Welcome back to our happy place. This is Mary, and I'm so glad that you joined me for another episode of Thankful Thursday. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today I'm going to read from Psalms 102, verse 1 and 2, and I'm actually reading this out the New Living Translation. Lord, hear my prayer. Listen to my plea. Don't turn away from me in my time of distress. Bend down to listen and answer me quickly when I call to you. What a word for today. To listen to my plea and don't turn away from me in my time of distress. Because right now in this world there is a lot of distress. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are depressed and lonely. But I know my Bible says, when I'm afraid, I put my trust in you. So it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, and it's chaotic right now. And you may be afraid, but the Bible says, put your trust in Jesus. I promise you, you cannot go wrong putting your trust in him. The Bible also says, you, Jesus, is my hiding place. He's my shield. So during this time, you want God, during this time of hiding, find your closet. Your closet. Whether it be in your car, whether it be in your closet, whether it be in a room. Wherever is your time where you can sit back and talk to the Lord. Talking to the Lord is prayer, because that's what prayer is. It's simply conversation. He wants to hear you. Sometimes we're so busy that we forget to take that time to be with him. Because we're busy being moms, taking care of our children, taking care of our spouses, taking care of our home, working, running errands. The list goes on and on. And sometimes we can get so wrapped up into all of our duties that we forget to get wrapped up in him. So during this quarantine, it's the perfect time to have that closet, your hiding place, where you can spend one-on-one time with the Lord. You won't regret it. I'm not telling you to say, oh, I'm going to spend 5 hours with the Lord. That may not be practical for some of you. Maybe if it's your first time, you may need 5 minutes. And you keep building it up till you have that endurance set. And before long, it's going to be habit. It's going to be the nature of who you are. You're going to long to hear his voice. But as long as we're busy and all over the place, we can't hear it. Because the Bible says it's a small, still voice. And when we're busy with the noise of this world, we can't hear his small, still voice. And life has a way of making us pause. Prime example, this quarantine, it's making us pause. It's drowning out all the other noises if we let it, so that we can have time to reflect. We can have time to spend with our families. We can have time to spend in our Bible. We can have time to spend in prayer. We can have time for meaningful conversations. And take this time to not only have meaningful conversations with your family, but also have it with the Lord. Life is not all sunshine, but it's not all rain. We need both for us to grow. If we had just sunshine, we would die. If we had just rain, we would die. But sunshine and rain together makes us grow. So use this time of where we may consider, oh, it's not shining anymore, to help it to grow. Let this be a period of growth for you and I. And also, let it be a time of, I don't understand what you're doing, Lord, but I'm still going to worship you and I'm still going to praise you. You can have your own church in your home. I invite you, or should I say, I recommend. I want to tell you about this incident that happened to me. And when it happened to me, I paused and said, oh, is God telling me something there? And I believe he did. We had to get a new desk for my office. And I wanted a white desk. I did not want a black desk. But the white desk was way more expensive. And I'm not about that. I'm not going to pay more money for the same thing. So I ordered the black desk. And I said I would paint it when it comes in. Well, it came in. And my husband told me, Mary, don't paint that desk. That's not going to look good. My sister told me, Mary, don't paint that desk. It will not look good. My other sister told me, Mary, don't paint that desk. It will not look good. 3 people told me, do not paint that desk. Did I listen? No, I did not. I went to the store and I bought some white paint. And because we're in quarantine, I had plenty time to do it. So I started painting the desk. Well, it did not look good. And now I'm like, oh, it's ugly. I do not like this desk. And I Marco Polo'd my sister so they could see it. And they said, well, you didn't listen. I said, I know. So how many times? I said, and I know, I didn't listen. So I had to go to the store and buy some black paint to repaint the desk. That's when it struck me. It was like a nudge. How does the Lord give us a sign? But we ignore it. We don't listen. How many times does the Lord tell us to either start something or stop something and we ignore it? Because we strong-willed, or we hard-headed, or we just don't want. I know, I was that girl with the desk. I had to reflect. And then it brought to my attention how many times the Lord done this for me. That he gave me signs after signs after signs. And I didn't listen because I wanted to do it my way. Only to end up realizing his way is better anytime and all times. And I hope that during this quarantine that you ask the Lord, what is it that you're trying to tell me to start doing or stop doing? I will be honest with you. You have to be honest with the Lord and yourself, because he will show you. And sometimes it may be something that you don't want to do. But I promise you, if you listen, it's going to be for your good in the end. Even when you don't understand it, still trust him and still do it, because you will be blessed in the end. The end result will be better than the beginning. So I implore you during this time of quarantine to find your closet, whether it's in your car, it's in an actual closet, whether it's outside on your patio, whether it's in your room, wherever your closet is, and have a conversation with the Lord and ask him, what are you wanting me to do during this time of quarantine? Because we're safe at our homes. So, what is He trying to push us to do? Push. Acronym: pray until something happens. I just literally felt that one. Oh my. He's so good. Even right now in this very moment, I felt Him